Hello dear viewers and welcome.
You call that a purr?
Animals face many challenges in the wild, including city electrics. Unlike us, animals do not understand the danger of electricity. They only come to their senses after a shock. Of course, not all of them are so lucky. This lack of understanding often affects their lives. Now be prepared to witness surprising moments. Today we will witness 60 incredible moments together, when our cute animals are confronted with the existence of electricity. Witnessing these moments can accelerate your heart rate. If you're ready, let's get started. Our unwise squirrel climbs where he shouldn't, and it doesn't end well for him. Unfortunately, our bat, which is used to landing upside down, pays with its life by making an emergency landing in the wrong place. An unexpected baby bat in the pouch of our bat, which was brought to the ground with the intervention of sensitive people. Fortunately, he is alive. This cat has no idea where he is or what he's doing. This cat takes changing a light bulb seriously and wants to touch it without pulling the fuses. Our stray cat accidentally touches an exposed power cable. A group of birds perched on power lines are shocked when one of them is electrocuted. Our kitten likes to play games, so much so that he enjoys electrocuting himself. But this time, 8 out of 9 lives are left. Cats have always been curious throughout their historical lives, but isn't it always curiosity that gets us into trouble? Gorillas are powerful creatures. He should be ashes from all this electricity, but he's alive. The paramedics are on the scene. This cartoon monkey is still in shock. Yes, it's hard to believe, but he's still alive. But he'll be able to continue the rest of his life as an electric monkey. Monkeys like to jump and play, but it shouldn't be on the wires. Especially if it's a high voltage line, they shouldn't see it as a piece of twig. Fortunately, it doesn't happen, and she's reunited with her children. Monkeys like to jump and play, but it shouldn't be on the wires. Especially if it's a high voltage line, they shouldn't see it as a piece of twig. Fortunately, it doesn't happen, and she's reunited with her children. No matter how electrically conductive the feet of this flock of birds are, so much vibration leads to an inevitable end. Suddenly, the color of the air changes. Once the peacock, as beautiful as she is, has tasted the city line, her fluffy feathers disappear in an instant. A bear must be very hungry because he climbs to the top of a lamppost, but it doesn't end up as he planned. The electricity repeatedly hits his body, and his lifeless body falls to the ground. When a baby kangaroo touched an electrified wire, the result was heartbreaking. A cute squirrel struggling to carry food accidentally touches an electric wire, costing him his life. Our two lovable characters get a little current while showing affection to each other. Fortunately, nothing is wrong with either of them. The little foal ignoring its mother's warnings and running back to her. You're a goat. Yes, you always have to be so stubborn. But I think he's come to his senses. If not, I think his friend made him come to his senses. A mischievous bear gets a little shocked when he ignores a warning from his host. A mischievous bear gets a little shocked when he ignores a warning from his host. But this fellow won't settle down. The honeycomb is surrounded by electric fences. The bear passes under the fence without a care and then gets a small shock. I'm sure he won't be heading towards that honeycomb from now on. If you are still watching our video, don't forget to leave an emoji in the comments. This cute friend first tries to figure out what is playing on the floor, but his friend is not so lucky. There's no death as frightening and invisible as electricity seeping into a puddle. Even if you're a cane Casa, you're going to get a taste of electricity. Dogs sometimes don't understand why they do what they do. There's electricity in our Cypsiel. I guess that's what it's like to be the laughing stock of a donkey. Big brothers come after all the events are over, of course. As the pig family searches for their limits, they find something very satisfying. This raccoon is a pain in the ass. The landlord can't stand it, so he installs an electric line. We don't think he'll ever go back to that house. A raccoon gets a slight concussion as it covets the fish in the ornamental pond. Snakes are perhaps the most resilient animals in the wild. He's been electrocuted repeatedly at high voltages, and he's still alive. Yes, he's a bit dazed at the end, but he'll soon recover. A snake wrapped around a high voltage power line. I wonder if our snake, looking for happiness in the wires, likes electricity, because he could have crawled across the ground. Our next snake is on the hunt. He's facing an unforeseen event. Elephants are known for their intelligence and memory. The brave one in the group wanted to touch one, but he got an unexpected result. But the elephants may have felt it as a gust of wind because of their size and mold. But his other friend seems to have made a joke of it. I think he's immune. What do you think? Unfortunately, they're not your average spaghetti. Chickens may fly once in their lives, but this friend of ours overdid it a bit. Just when he thought he was saved, repeated contact cost him his life. These stories are meant to empathize in a way, how we as humans can support them. We are waiting for your comments and suggestions in the comments. We hope you found it interesting. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Welcome back to our channel. The Nile crocodile is Africa's largest and most dangerous creature. This creature kills thousands of people every year, but this species is protected. So what should be done to protect against this type of disease? You will watch the answers in this video. Now let's pick up where we left off. The species is the sole ruler of Africa's Nile River. It can grow up to 6 meters in length and weigh up to 1,600 kilos, making it the most ferocious and powerful beast. These stealthy predators have razor-sharp teeth, and their skin is covered in armor. These stealthy predators lurk in rivers and lakes. They're like master divers underwater. They wait for just the right time, just the right moment, and when their prey comes toward them, they leap at it with a big splash. There are thousands of attacks by Nile crocodiles every year. 3 out of every 4 attacks are successful, enough for them to be known as killer crocodiles. After skillfully dragging its prey into the water and grabbing it with its muscular jaws, it begins to roll and tear it off. In African countries, the Nile crocodile is exhibited for tourism purposes, and governments have created a thin line between humans and crocodiles due to various conservation policies. Some countries such as Zimbabwe and Tanzania follow controlled and supervised hunting policies. For those living close to water sources, they are sometimes shot by skilled hunters to be put down or sold. Hunting the Nile crocodile is not as easy as it sounds. It moves very fast in the water. On the surface of the water, it can become dangerous at any moment. Therefore, it is observed by skillful and professional hunters. Hunting the Nile crocodile is not as easy as it sounds. It moves very fast in the water. On the surface of the water, it can become dangerous at any moment. Therefore, it is observed by skillful and professional hunters. Nile crocodiles must be hunted from a distance, but their weapons can't be simple because their skin is like a warrior's armor. If they let them get away, they become prey themselves. Hunters usually target their weak points to neutralize them. If there's a skill more than hunting a Nile crocodile, it's the patient waiting and the right shot at the right moment. The slightest problem with this detail can be their undoing. Although the locals in South Africa are worried, the governments see it as a tourism income, so it is forbidden to kill them uncontrolled by law. However, their increasing populations have started to harm children. Do you think the policy implemented by the states is correct? We are waiting for your comments. Thank you for watching us.